We have been talking about joy the month of October, and this morning it is a joy to have the Parkers, who are usual 8 o'clock folk, here at 10 o'clock for worship, and Bob is going to share what gives him joy.
My story is about Thursdays as well, especially the Thursday. That's usually the third Thursday of July, but sometimes it's the second. It's the Thursday before the third Saturday. So you know where I'm going with this. But the story starts earlier than that. It actually starts early in June when they put up a sign on the board downstairs asking us to sign up for different groups and stuff like that for the fair. And that's one of them is called Strong Arms. And Strong Arms is about setting up the tables and getting the tables for the fair. And it's a joyful time for me for a lot of different reasons. Let me go through some of them. First of all, probably about the third week in June, Gary Youthenwald starts getting really anxious because nobody signs up for Strong Arms. And that's sort of a part of what's going on. And then as we get further along, Gary gets more anxious. And then we get close to Thursday and we're ready to set up. And usually there are 3 or 4 names on there, but we have to get more. But as it turns out, there's always an abundance of people that show up to put the tables out. So that's the fun. A little of the history, though, is when I first started doing it, we were using the hospital's tables, and they were stored in various places. And I have vivid memories of Ron Holly and Randy Dales driving pickup trucks with trailers behind, and men gathering at storage sheds or barns out in the country and loading up all these tables and bringing them back. And then one year, the hospital decided that if we wanted to use their tables, we would have to pay, not only for that year, but for prior years as well. And we decided instead maybe we should make our own tables, which we did. Tom Cody set up a whole setup, and a whole bunch of us got together, and we built a lot of tables and got everything ready and stored them, I think, underneath the Hager's barn. And then the Thursday actually came. And we started setting up the tables and realized quite quickly that there was either a counting error, or I think it's more of a physics error, because I wasn't sure that a sawhorse needed actually 2 pairs of legs instead of just 1. So we were kind of half of the legs short, and the men all got together and built a whole new set of legs for the sawhorses that we have there. And so now we're ready to go. So the Thursday comes for that thirst, and a really neat thing, which is sort of an aside, is that Al Graymont is the greatest backer-up of a trailer that I've ever seen in my life. If you've ever been to the back of the Hager's barn, there's a little downward slope there that's very narrow, and he just backs this trailer right down in there. Like, I don't know how anybody could do that. I couldn't come anywhere close to that. And so finally we get our tables all set up and we're ready to go. And the joyful part for me is the fact that everybody just shows up and it gets done every year. And it's amazing and it's fun to watch.